Good morning, boys and girls. Anyway, today I'm going to show you an easy way to play rudimentary slide guitar. Okay? To me, the slide guitar isn't really an old because it's been around since the days of early Delta, when African Americans were still under that yoke of slavery. And one of them, figured out a way of playing guitar in a different way that added a little more color to their usual. Back then, they did a lot of chanting in the fields to help them motivate them to pull cotton and all that crap they had to go through back then. But anyway, there's a couple of things that you need to worry about. Not worry about, but a couple of things that you need to decide on. First of all, is what kind of a slider you're going to be. All right, there are two kinds. The first kind plays slide guitar on standard tuning. Okay, let me show you. This is Calliope. She is my Dean steel guitar, and oops, it awesome when you're playing Delta stuff. Calliope, my girl. Anyway, so this is standard tuning, and if I'm going to count it from the top, or show you from the top, this is how it goes. Okay, E, A, D, G, B, and E. But professionals count it from the bottom, which is, that's your first string, really. I mean, if you want to be, politically correct about it, that's it. So it'll be E, B, G, D, A, and B. From the top, even a dickhead gets bitchy emotionally. Or from the bottom, every boy gets dirty after eating. Of course, you can make your own, and I thought those were kind of easy to figure out. Anyway, so now the next thing, now versus standard tuning, you have those sliders like myself who use what we call open tunings. I basically use an open E because, well, E is at the bottom of the fretboard, so you can put a capo, let's say, over here on the 3rd fret, and you've got an open G. So and that keeps on going. Open G sharp, open A. But that's why I prefer the open E. It's the easiest thing for me to match chords, match sliding with the basic premise of the song. So now we're going to tune standard into an open E. Okay, so here we go. That's your E string. So naturally, you leave that one alone. So if you make an E here, you need to tune your guitar this way. Leave that alone. And then the next one. And then that's it. So now you have what's called an open E chord. It's just an E chord that you don't have to use your fingers to play the E chord. Now, the thing about this is like I said, it's easier for a lot of folks who are especially on a rudimentary beginning level to figure out slide passages. Now, the next thing that you need to worry about is what kind of a slide ring you're going to use. There are two basic kinds, as usual. So the first kind are slide rings that are made of metal, steel kind of thing. Some kind of piping, would be pretty good. And I use, myself, I use the Dunlop slide. It's glass. So why I use glass is because for me, it brings out the color of the strings. It brings out the color and it makes it sound more delta. Okay. Now that we got those figured out, this lesson covers acoustic sliding. Okay. And so it's basically going to be a two-part deal here. You're going to have acoustic, and then the next installment will be electric, for those of you who just simply can't leave your amps alone. Okay? So I'm going to show you a couple of licks that you're going to start fooling around with and learning for yourself. One moment.